Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Wesman2. Feel free to call me Wes, and today we're trying another Let's Try, but now it's Let's Try Slime Ranchers. I played a little bit on my own, not too much, and it's a pretty silly, kind of crazy game. I think it's definitely up our alley of games we like to play. So you can see I'm in the world, and it's already saying, you know, jumps and sprint into it. I pretty much loaded up right into it and then proceed to kind of log out and set this all up for you guys. So that being said, let's get started. So let's do what it says. Let's jump and sprint. Is that good? Alright, we'll go ahead and pick up this plorp. Alright, I know what I'm doing. Oh, whoops, we beat it to it. Vacuum up. Let's just vacuum up some carrots maybe. And store the items in your vac tank. Yep, hold right mouse button to vac. Yup. Food like fruits and vegetables or chickens are used to feed slimes. They're try shooting some food at some pink slimes and they'll eat anything. Oops. I guess that's kind of like their own. Oh, Casey sent us a letter. Let's go ahead and I don't know. It was like shooting their own, like, I guess I don't even want to get into it anyways, but let's go ahead and just nope. Let's actually, you know, hit them. Alright, you're happy and you're gonna give me your pink plorp. And then over here, when slimes eat, they will make plorps. Yes. I guess they're just plorts with an R, plorts. I want to call them plorps. Ow. Alright, you're not hungry, so it must be you. Can we get the snipe, you think? I can. Ah, lead the target. And there it is. Alright. Head on over to the plorp market to cash in your plorps. Can we get more sniping? Yes, we can. Wow, they sell for 12. On mine, they're down to 6. The plorp market gives you new bucks. Oh, new bucks for your whatever we need it for. Yes, you're right. You pretty much need it to upgrade pretty much the tanks and then yourself, right? So if you go over, yeah, so you can get like water tank, more health, power core, which lets more sprinting and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure that's where the tutorial ends. I'm not really sure. So other than that, I guess let's get into it. So the easiest thing to do. Oh no. Okay, you vac to slime. Yep. Slime. Yeah. Select the keys and shoot slimes through. All right. The corral barrier into the corral on the ranch. All right. Like such. Okay. And we did it. Now what? You've learned the fundamentals. Now it's time to go out there and explore. Remember, the best way to to become a pro rancher is to experiment. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. It's a good quote to live by. Oh, we've discovered the dry reef. So that to me means it was at one time an ocean. So let's go ahead and pick up the food because our pink slimes back at home are hungry little things. I guess since we're out here, let's go ahead and see if we can find, yeah. Usually you can find some plorts or plorps or whatever you want to call them out on the grass because they eat by themselves, right, when you come by. And so you can see that's what's happening here. And so it's like, it's free money. It's practically going down the street and finding 12 bucks for right now. The market does change, you know, the more you saturate it with more of your plorts. And, hey, you know, and so that's something to keep an eye out for. We can get chickens in this game, but I don't think they're called chickens. They're called something else, but I can't pick it up because our vac tank is full of carrots and plorps and plorts and pink slimes. We don't really need too many to start off. But again, the more you get, the more you can kind of start making at the beginning. What I personally like to do is just kind of, again, I've played one other game of this, and I'm not too far into it, I don't believe. I mean, I guess I'd say I'm middle. I don't know, I've never beat the game, so it's hard for me to be like, oh yeah, I'm 95% of the way, because as far as I'm aware, I've discovered like maybe 1 or 2 areas and haven't bought the rest. So like I said, I'm probably nowhere near the end of the game. That being said, we have 20, which is the cap until you upgrade. We'll just miss completely, and we'll go ahead and just sell all these. But you can see there, the minus, right? So it means that price is going to drop. Meaning we probably should get as many as we can before that price drops. And then you can also kind of see the different type of plorps. For instance, there is a random kind of golden one that will spawn every so often. And then if you can get one from it will give you 277. Big help early on. There are these, oh look, they even do like a fake pixel effect. That's actually pretty cool when you go too close to the board. With that, the $27 one comes from these slimes that spawn at night. They're like firefly slimes. And then these are from the rock slimes. They hurt because they have spikes on their back, and it will kill you. I've never died yet, but whoops, sorry, plorps. But you see how like their slime gets everywhere? That's what always makes me laugh. All right, let's go ahead and just throw him back in the. Oh, that was too far, and I think I overshot him. All right, and let's see who's hungry. I think that was 5. I wasn't really counting. That should be enough for each one of you. A couple more just to make sure. We'll pick up this one. I think that was everyone fed. All right, let's pick up these plorps and plorts. Whatever. And let's go ahead and sell them for 12. We have 586 coin. I guess what we can do, since we're this early on. So at this point, we can see if there's any upgrades. For instance, like maybe a heart module or a power core. Tank boost, I mean, that's helpful early on. I haven't gotten the jetpack, so let's go ahead and just grab that. I'm curious to see, is it just a hold? Oh, it uses power. That's interesting. So everything is tied to power in this suit, I see. Like, for instance, sprinting, and I see now jetpacking, which would make sense why you'd want a bigger power core. But now we have, like, a really terrible hover, though, or jetpack. Oh, that's painful. I don't think that's going to work very well for us. But, let's go see if we can find a few of the rock plorps, or I guess slimes, and then we can build. Oh, too short from a crowd, but I think I just picked one up. All right, let's use the last of our money to buy another pen and kind of separate them. This game, like I was saying, or what the game was saying, is that they say to experiment. So now you can kind of start combining slimes together, and it's kind of cool. And I'll explain when I get there. So what we're gonna go do right now is go get one of those rock slimes. And if you feed it the other's plorp, they turn into a... Oh, here's an example. Into, like, another slime's... kind of like combination of the two. So, for instance, this pink slime... Hey! This... Oh, my Largo. The Largo slimes are large slime hybrids formed when slimes eat plorps unlike their own. So there, that's exactly what it is. So that's exactly... what I said. So this one looks like a cat because there are cat plorps. I forget the name that they call them. And so obviously it meant that there was one that spawned and it ate, and then it went ahead and gave its plorp. And then now this thing ate it, and now it's like a cat hybrid. So I guess the advantage of that is usually the cat plorps only eat meat only, because that's their diet. But when you make them the pink and cat, if you look at the top right corner, it says, oh, tabby, there it is, pink tabby largo, and it eats everything. So that's kind of like the benefit of kind of breeding them. You do have to be careful, because let's say that large tabby eats another different slime's plorp, it turns into a tar monster, and then that's no good. I'm not finding them. I think they're over here, kind of tucked in the back here, but it is nighttime. Yep, there they are. Look, they've already been eating. Whoa, that scared me. You can see, there it is. So that's a rock slime. Ow, like I was saying, they have spikes on their head, and they kind of do that weird tumbling roll thing, and it hurts. I don't want to touch them, and I would take them all the way back to the home, like the big ones, but it's kind of hard to deal with the big ones early on. So for instance, this is now a pink philosopher Lario. Oh, it's gonna kill itself. No, come back. No. They can't swim. And this is to activate the map. Yep. All right. So now we have access to that. How do we get over there? All right. Oh, like that. So that one, that's a bad... Oh, no. So the only way I know how to get rid of them is you just kind of just throw them off in the water. And he just flat out disappeared. There we go. We throw one like at the water. Blink. And that's the only thing I know how to get rid of them, or how to deal with them. So we go back. Ow. Don't do that. So early on, what I noticed, if I wish I knew kind of going in, is in the back here, there's more of these rock slimes, but more importantly, there should be more of these tabbies. The tabby slimes usually spawn here. And I don't know if it's behind like a level wall. So for instance, because I haven't discovered certain ones. Oh, don't mind me. Oh no, dang it. No, stop. I need those. No. Oh my gosh, those are worth a lot of money, and they're... Oh, there it is. There's a tabby plorp. Oh, I heard it. Oh, see, now they're gonna eat the chickens. Yep, see? Oh, there we go. What do I give up? Ow, I need them all. I need more space. I don't know if the tabbies sell for more. No, don't eat them. Yep, dang it. Don't eat them. I think those sell for more right now. All right. And they're no good. Stop it. Oh, see, here's another one. These do attack you, like they damage you, like the rock monsters, or the, yeah, because you can call them rock monsters. Let's go and just pick up one more. There we go. So now, oh, hey, I'd actually want you, but we don't have the container. So for instance, these light bugs can only stay alive at night, so you'd have to build a habitat suited for them, and you know, you can. And so another benefit that I didn't get around to because I got distracted was when the slime eat another slime unlike its own plort, they, when eating or when they produce their, you know, whichever one they will produce both of the base slime they are plus whatever the one they ate. So for instance, this pink rock slime will produce whatever the name of the rock slime's plort and a pink one. If you then get a rock slime, right, and that was kind of what I was hoping, and then you give it to the philosopher little light plug one, you get the same thing, but instead of it being like a lesser pink, it's now two more expensive ones, and so that's pretty awesome. So let's see, what did they sell for? Okay, I kind of guessed, and I was right. The light ones sell for 27 versus 24. It's not that big of a difference, but at this point, we kind of had a few more. So let's go ahead and throw these guys over here. And see, they only eat veggies, right? So that means I can only feed them carrots. If we wanted to change that, again, we just get a few pink ones, and we just kind of feed it, and then they'd eat everything. But for the sake of it, we'll kind of just keep them separated and their own individual color for now. Because at some point, you know, obviously not now since we're pretty early into the game, the pink slime plorts become pretty useless only because the market fluctuates so much, and you know, early on you can get so many that, you know, sometimes in my opinion, it's good just to have the one, because if not, then half the time you're just picking up the more expensive ones and leaving the pink ones on the ground, you know, and then that's never good. I need to sell these actually, so let's go ahead and do that so we get some cashola. So now we have that much. So a cool another thing that you can do in this game is you can buy, or I should say build, like a garden, a chicken coop, and then a silo. And so just as a silo would in real world, it puts pretty much storage. A coop will breed and spawn chickens, which, you know, for those that only eat meat, that's kind of what you would need that for. And then it replenishes so you don't have to keep going out in the world and finding them. Because more often than not, what ends up happening is when the chickens spawn, its predator, so to speak, its natural slime that would eat it, spawns fairly close, and then they eat them, and then you're like, no, come back, and then it's gone, and then that's never fun. And then the garden, same thing, but it can produce pretty much whatever you throw into it, so it gives you like a little bin, and in the bin you put either a veggie or a fruit, and then that's what goes in that. So that's pretty cool. And then for instance, there's an incinerator, you know, you don't need it, you can burn it. I haven't yet used that, which I think would be how you would get rid of the pink plorps if you didn't want them. And then there's the pond, and it says, what are you going to do with this? Which is pretty funny. And there are slimes. Oh yeah, like that one. You even showed it. That little slime right there is a pond slime, or a water slime. I've seen them, I haven't picked them up yet, and they live in water and need water. That being said, I think that's it for the night, so let's go ahead and sleep, because you can sleep until the day. And let's just go back, I guess, day 2. Let's see, any mail? I mean, this game has tons of stuff that they send you. I mean, and they're very, very long texts. Alright, let's go ahead and just sleep into the night. And sleep until morning. Alright, day 2. Let's return to the ranch as such. Alright, and kind of like Staxel, I would imagine you guys that, you know, watch the series would be familiar. You kind of got to feed your animals, you know, like you would in Staxel. I guess I messed that up considering they only eat the veggies and these guys eat anything they want. So I should have fed them the Progo fruit, which to me just looks like just dragon fruit. That's what I call it in my head. I never really paid attention to any of the names until I started making this video. I'm like, oh, you know what? Maybe I should pay attention to what the game calls it, because, you know, I could be over here like, oh yeah, the dragon fruit or the pomegranate, and you guys are like, What? Wait, what? So that's why I've been kind of looking at the names almost for the first time. So see, the day changed, and so immediately those plorts are now 8 instead of 12. Instead of 27, those are 29, and instead of 24, those are 26, and then so on and so forth. The prices do change. Another thing that's kind of cool that I've yet to kind of fill a proper order is you do have this terminal that unlocks the exchange, and what it does is when you go to it right on the left, someone will usually have a quest, you know, asking for a certain type of fruit, certain type of slime, and whatnot, and then the reward is over on there. That means the episode's over, so ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to this Let's Try Slime Rancher. If you do like this, go ahead and leave a like down below. If you guys want to see a series of that, then, I mean, I'm all ears and kind of willing to do it. I think it's a fun enough game. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. Like I was saying, if you're new to the channel, then down below is all the links to the social medias that I upload on, post on, and do all that cool stuff with. If you're a returning subscriber, you guys are still always cool. I guess other than be sure to tune in tomorrow for the final episode of our No Hammer Challenge and Stack. So, I guess that's it for today. But ladies and gentlemen, until next time, as always, keep it real.